do I honor my ancestors?
All right now.
See, I was just another black girl growing up Christian in America. And I don't mean I just claim that. I mean Bible in my backpack. Growing up in churches but nowhere near perfect. Still with tears in eyes, waving by to friends in hearses. Street pharmacists with my quick sticks, giving them commissions to what they dispersing. Then sat with gangsters and traded verses. So yeah, nowhere near perfect.
Come right now.
But even dealing with cons and more, truth was still in me for this carnivore, because I still felt tapped into something and yearned for more. Just to notice conflictions and inscriptions in a Messiah's beautiful description, not implemented in printed pictures. Thinking who's controlling these visions and why are we even Christians? In time, one of the many tools used for black people's divisions is religion. Plus, Jesus wasn't. He was a Hebrew Jew whose names they don't say in texts that predate the letter J. So to whom do I pray? Many questions that wouldn't get answered by ministers of blatant potent potions and clouds men have stirred. Who were we before the migrated Africans were colonized, or some were dragged on chains and stripped of any call to mother's land and eyes? What left for dead culture was ate away by these cultural vultures, and how do I honor my ancestors?
All right now.
Yes.
What did we believe in and who was justifying it? So livid, I searched down historians' timelines just to find the eldest moral code was found in Kemet, Ma'at. This is the moral code of truth, justice, righteousness, and balance. And Kemet meant black. But depending on placements of hieroglyphics, sometimes it was referred to as black people or black land. So in this black land of black man and woman, these Africans understood and blessed the lands with the knowledge of science, mathematics, sacred geometry, advanced technology, taught Aristotle philosophy, metaphors in their stories describing the cosmos flow, and where astrology meets spirituality, misinterpreted and packaged by Greeks in their mythology.
Yeah.
Moving things with their minds with an activated third eye, and plus they thrived and utilized the mastery of quantum and metaphysics before the title, before inventions mimicked in minds imprisoned by limits. But in Kemet philosophy, of successfully living Ma'at, no one's beliefs are wrong, just different. So am I wrong fulfilling from birth to hearses this knowledge to pass along from condos to thrones? Or does it just show disrespect for the moral code I was raised on and slap my grandparents in the face through gravestones? How do I honor my ancestors?
All right now.
Then my mind held no questions when my heart changed tones after drowning in books and page waves and quotes, and Marcus Garvey said, "A people without knowledge of past history, culture, and origin is like a tree with no roots." So should I stay mute and continue a cycle of a seed by my seed bearer's noose, or make moves for the new school in the era of our new roots? Marcus Garvey stepped out across nations, forming organizations focused on the unity and mental stimulation and inducing economic elevation from here to Africa. So when did the inspiration of the next generation lose stamina, and how do I honor my ancestors? So am I wrong for telling the most influential gang member I know that gangbanging originated with the bastard children of Black Panthers, so you're not even the shadow or the seed of your ancestors? Your organization was created to protect and serve the community. Now you're the fingers behind triggers that body neighbors that wives commute to see. Then take blunts to celebration of putting foes to fathers. Now your foe's child, lost with no trace, looking up to dudes like you, forefathers. You are a disgrace to your forefathers. But who am I to try to speak peace to a people who watch those around them die, never knowing more than a piece of peace? And most last seen was their own brother holding the peace that laid them at peace and families in pieces. With eyes leaking and screaming, how? For you, it's just seen it. But for me, every move in this movie is a move in this movie, so what are you streaming? But I'm not just speaking to men, because the original Black Panther Party was 70% women. And we're living in a time predicted by Mayans, Egyptians, and other indigenous at the time of the divine feminine. That's the feminine energy of what we call God, to bring balance and a raising of consciousness, to wash the chaos of the overflow of masculinity. But how do I get a woman to move with a mind like mine? See, because I see the bodies dropping by the hands of authorities, and in my heart I wanted to march for them. But it's hard when the person I mourned for in the morning died by the hand of his own skin and no one marched for him. It's hard at times supporting some of the movements of minorities that only have a problem with the gangbanging of authorities. When we don't tap into even a glimpse of the power in ourselves. So how the hell are we supposed to demand respect that we don't even give ourselves? And how do I honor my ancestors? First the word was to turn the other cheek. Then the rumble and excess said by any means. Then back to words of Dr. King, he said, our lives have begun to end the day we become silent about things that matter most. So any word is even coating his throat, that even as a chance to be spoke is just me making an attempt to live again. So I'm coming into any podium with the warrior spirit of segment, love, loyalty, and commitment of a set, the creation of words and pen of Sachet, and the energy of ancient royalty before any dynasty pulled from the stars of a star. And I'm not here to recruit, request, and join in the troops, but release any chains or minds of slaves by giving you that sojourner truth. The ancestors said, not just to let them live through you, but to tutor you. Bring you wisdom and power and words in your new birth on earth to hootie you. Plus, Martin Luther King said again, you must first learn to follow before you can learn to lead.
All right now.
Then a wise man said in my dreams, don't worry about a position to lead, learn to be. And when you understand what it means to be a human being, you will naturally lead others to be that never knew they weren't being. Because how can you wrap your mind around being one with the all of the universe without first understanding the you in the verse? And on that day, you won't have to ask, well, how? Because you will be honoring your ancestors. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.